Are you looking to be able to sing with more confidence? Well, I have 3 things that will help you right away. What if you had the skill to sing absolutely any song you wanted with excellence? Wouldn't that give you a whole lot of confidence? Having technique that doesn't limit you in any way gives you the confidence and the skill to be able to sing anything you want. Even being able to sing in your entire range instead of being told that you can't would give you a whole lot more confidence, right? So let me ask you, do you think you would feel more confident if you had the endurance to sing as long and as loud as you wanted without suffering any consequences? What about if you had the skill to impress audiences by being able to sing anything that you wanted? What if you had the ability to sing in your full range rather than being told that you can't or that you don't have very much range? Wouldn't those 3 things, or any one of those 3 things, boost your confidence right away? Well, the truth is, the more that you're able to improve your skill, the less you're going to feel like a fraud or a fake or like you aren't enough. So, the more you boost your skill, that alone gives you confidence to do more. So, beefing up your skill not only gives you the ability to do so much more than you could to begin with, but just the very act of doing more, of being able to do more, boosts your confidence on its own. So, my first tip for learning how to sing with more confidence is to learn technique that doesn't limit you in any way. Here's another tip: make sure that you are connected emotionally to the song that you are singing. So, no one likes what I call a technique machine. A technique machine is someone who's just up there who has all the skill we just talked about, and that's it. They're just up there producing incredible technique, but they're not feeling it. You're not feeling it as the audience member, right? You don't want to be like that. So, another way to boost your confidence is to really tap into the material that you're singing and to sing it from an authentic and real place. The other thing that that does, besides giving you a fantastic performance that's connected and allows your audience to be connected, is that it gives you something else to focus on. Something other than being nervous, or how many people are staring at you, or how hot the lights are, or how nervous you feel, how shaky it feels in your body. It gives you the ability to focus all of your attention on something else, which is delivering that story. One of the things that I will tell you specifically about this tip is that you're going to want to make sure that your technique is solid before you really start digging into this, because your technique not being where it needs to be is going to distract you from being able to think about your story. So really iron out your technique and then start working on how to connect to that song that you're singing. So I'm going to teach you a little bit of what I learned from my acting conservatory, which is going to help you to really tap into your songs and sing from a real, authentic place. Also, some people think that acting is pretending, but what acting really is tapping into something real. It's more like reliving something that actually happened to you than it is like pretending. In fact, the more pretending that you do, the less real you come across. The less real you come across, the faster you lose your audience. And the less confident you're going to feel. So let's talk a little bit about how to do that. Take a song that you're working on right now and identify the circumstances that the first person, the singer, is going through. So figure out, what is going on in their life, what is going on in their situation, and it doesn't have to be from a musical for you to be able to do this. Any song from any genre will work. How does the singer feel in that particular moment? Why, in case you know. And here's the fun part: if you don't know the specifics, you get to make them up. Then scan through your own life and identify a time when you felt the same way or you felt a similar way. And really pay attention to what I'm saying here, because I'm not saying go back in your life to a time when you were in the same circumstances. I'm saying find a time when you felt the same way. The circumstances don't matter as much as the feeling. So, for example, if you're singing a song about being left by the love of your life, you might decide that the singer is feeling a sense of abandonment. and loss. Maybe you're someone who's never been in a romantic relationship or in one that was important enough for you to feel that deeply a sense of abandonment, like the singer. Maybe you've never been in a romantic relationship at all, but maybe you felt that same kind of sense of abandonment when your pet of 14 years died. I know I felt that way. I've used my cat so many times in my singing because it's a real feeling that I've had. It's a really deep connection that I had. If you're like me and you get deeply connected to your cats or your dogs or your hamsters or whatever it is, that those emotions that you've experienced in your life are very powerful. It doesn't even have to be an experience of loss, but if that feeling that you identify as abandonment, find a time in your life when you felt abandoned in a significant way, something that really impacted you. Then once you've figured that out, spend some time with your eyes closed, really remembering that particular moment, going back. What did it smell like in the air? What could you see in the room around you or the space around you? Who was with you, if anyone was with you? What were you wearing? What were your circumstances in that moment? And if it helps, bring a picture of the person or the pet or the thing, whatever it is that connects you to that specific moment. Hold that in your hand. Anything you can do to really feel connected to that time in your life so that you can bring up those same feelings for you. And then the moment that you start to really feel that instance from your life, start the text of your song, start singing it, and stay there as long as you can. And it will take practice. It takes practice for you to be able to develop the skill to stay in that moment. But if you can stay in that moment connected to that time in your life while you're singing the words that may have something completely else to do with it, but you're envisioning this time in your life, your audience will be like on the edges of their seats, captivated by the story you're telling. Why? Because it's a real story. Because there's real emotion coming from you. There's something real going on in you. What does that have to do with singing confidently? It not only gives you the ability to give a dynamic performance, which is going to boost your confidence, but it gives you something else to focus on besides your nerves. That's my second tip. My third tip is to have the support of a coach. And I'm not just saying this because I am a coach. I'm saying this because I've experienced it as a singer who had a coach. When you have someone helping you who is on your team, who's got your back, who is just as invested in your success as you are, it makes a huge difference. It's like having your own private cheerleader. Even just having a session with a coach, having a relationship with a coach where you are able to open yourself up vulnerably to another person and being able to sing and express yourself in front of them for critique, that alone, that's a big act. And when you're able to do that and walk away from it feeling better than when you started, that alone boosts your confidence. But then the skill that you're going to gain from working with that coach, that is going to boost your confidence. Having someone who walks you through the techniques like I just walked you through is going to boost your confidence. Anytime you watch any kind of tutorial or any kind of speaking event, motivational speaker, anything like that, we walk away from those things feeling confident, feeling inspired, right? You walk away from a tutorial feeling like, okay, I have the confidence to try this out. You walk away from a motivational speech feeling like, all right, I feel like a decent person. I feel like I can handle this, right? So having a coach puts those things together. It allows you to learn something new that's going to boost your confidence in your ability, and it allows you to have that motivational feeling of like, okay, I can do this. I've got this, because that is the role of a coach. So I strongly recommend that you get yourself into a coaching program of some kind. I have loads of different ways that I work with singers, both paid and not paid. And you can check out my links in the description below to find all sorts of ways that you can work with me. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this. I hope that this is helpful to you.